welcome back to the channel, guys. So we are back with another video about the weekly news that are coming out in the following week. So this is going to be about the news coming out between the date of 11th till 15th, which is next week. So I want to explain the news in details, which kind of news is coming out, where do we expect the high impact, and which type of news are we looking at. So as you can see, on Monday right here is totally blank, so we don't have any high or medium impact news, but the entire week is fully packed with a lot of high impact news on different currencies. So let's jump right into it, guys. So as you can see, on Monday is blank, and we shall start with Tuesday. So here on Tuesday we are looking at AUD, GBP and Euro with a medium and high impact news, and we're going to be focusing mostly on the the high impact news. So we're going to look at GBP here on Monday, and Monday is we're looking at the labor report of the GBP, which will be the Great Britain pound. So this is UK. This always impacts a lot of other currencies, but climate count change is basically jobless report, the jobless report in the previous month. So let's see, this is the change in the number of people claiming unemployment related benefits. So this is a labor report. How many people are claiming unemployment? So how does it impact other currencies? So if GBP has such a high impact news, it means it's going to impact a little bit on a JPY and GBP Canadian, GBP Swiss francs, and all the other currencies that have GBP as the base currency in the pair. The base currency in the pair, the base currency in the pair. And we are looking at the same time, the news is going to come out, and we'll see the average earnings index of 3 months, and let's look at that. This is also an income report, where they will always publish the change in the price businesses and governments pay for labor, including bonuses. Now this is average earnings. This is also medium impact, but it's very crucial, because if they are coming out on the same time, early London session on a Tuesday. So let's jump in to see what news is coming out on Wednesday. Still, we have GBP in the early London session of Wednesday, and we are going to have a USD, a CPI, core CPI month on month, and CPI year on year. So it means this is going to be very huge, and this is basically a consumer price index, and this is inflation. This is inflation data. So consumer price accounts for the majority of overall inflation. As I was just saying, this is always from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. So how does this going to impact the market? As you know, CPI is one of the most high impact news in the forex markets. So we expect very high volatility on this one, because there is all the CPI lined up at the same time. It means this is going to shake the market, and some of the currencies that are impacted most with this news is going to be USD Canadian, USD JPY, and gold. So all the other currencies that are against USD, it means they are going to be impacted too. But the most impacted currency mostly in the market will always be the currency where USD is the base currency. So that is a USD Canadian, USD JPY, USD Swiss francs, and gold USD. Gold, is an exception, because gold is very volatile and is traded by almost everyone in the markets. So all the other currencies, which is a GBP USD, AUD USD, New Zealand USD, will also be impacted heavily, but mostly those are the currencies that will be impacted. And if you try to look at Thursday is going to be packed with a lot of news coming out straight from Asian session. We have the employment change of AUD, and if you look properly, that is a monthly report, so it's going to be very high impact employment change and unemployment rate. So this is AUD related, so it means AUD JPY will be impacted by this one, AUD Canadian, and we'll put in GBP AUD and Euro AUD because they are negatively correlated with the Australian dollar, so it means they will be impacted. Basically what I mean is that if AUD is going up, all the currency that are negatively correlated with AUD will be going down. So that means you have to be careful, and there is some smart analysis to be done in this scenario. We're looking at another news coming out, which is going to be about the euro, and it's the main refinancing rate and the monetary policy statement. Now this is really high impact. It's going to be coming out in the early New York session or the close of London session. So this is going to be really high impact. It's central bank news about the interest rates. So this is basically like the Federal Open Markets Committee for the US, FOMC for the US dollar. So the main refinancing rate is also very high impact, which means we have a lot of high impact lined up. As you've seen on Wednesday, we have GDP of the Great Britain pound and the CPI, and here we have employment change and the interest rates. And again on Thursday, early New York and all late London session, we have the core PPI, which is the producer price index, and the core retail sales, PPI month on month and retail sales month on month. And then we have the weekly unemployment claims on USD. So Thursday is packed with a lot of news for AUD, Euro USD. That is Thursday. And we're looking at the late London session with the European Central Bank press conference. This is a conference, which means it's going to be just a speech where we don't have any statistics about it, but it's also always high impact. So which means you have to be careful with that one, the late London session of Thursday the 14th. And lastly, we're looking at Friday 15th, where we're going to have the USD. We mainly have USD news only on Friday the 15th. So we have the Empire State Manufacturing Index and the premium consumer sentiment the early New York session in the second hour of the New York session. So basically, what is the Empire State Manufacturing Index? As you can see here, is a business report, a survey of about 200 manufacturers in New York State, which asks respondents to rate the level, the relative level of general business conditions. So this means it's just a survey, but because it's a business related, it means it shows much about how the economy is doing in the manufacturing sector. So this measures the level of diffusion index based on the surveyed manufacturers. It means how they perceive the market. It is an issue of sentiment right here, how they perceive the market. Now this is very clear, or it will be how the manufacturers perceive the market, which could have been also called the manufacturers sentiment. And again, we'll have the consumer sentiment on the same day. So easily to do a recap of all the news, it means on Monday we'll have labor reports from UK, and on Tuesday we'll have the GDP of UK, and we have the inflation reports on USD. That will be Wednesday, and on Thursday we'll have labor reports from Australia. We'll have interest rates from the central bank from Europe, and we'll have the producer price index, which also measures inflation, and we'll have some economic news reports which are retail sales, and then we'll have the employment from the employment claims, which will be a labor report. And then on Friday we'll have mostly consumer we'll have sentiment reports, consumer sentiments and producer sentiments. So it means basically the whole of next week we have a lot of high impact news, and you have to be careful right there. The most easy strategy when trading the news, it means wait for the reports to come out and see how the market reacts with the reports, and just let a setup come to you. Do not force any setups, because some currency will try to some currency will respect your levels, and other currency will just break through all your levels of support and resistance, trend lines, and any demand or supply. So better to be on a safe side, wait for the news report to be published, see how the market reacts to the news, and then try to find your setup without any stress of the spikes and news release. So thanks for watching, guys, and keep it up.